morning, you two. Bright and early here. How y'all doing? Leo here, and I'm on a mission today. I am leaving southern West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, on my way to, well, I guess it's more or less north central Ohio. A lot of you know we go to different places and chasing stories and old legends and things like that, historic sites and so on. And a lot of times we go somewhere if we have to go a long distance, we'll camp somewhere in the area and do our little stories and bring our videos to you guys and all that stuff. But we're planning, I should say, I put together a little camper, y'all, so that those of you who've been following the channel know. I put a little camper together in the back of the pickup truck, but it's not really a whole lot of room. It's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. And we've been wanting to get a little pop-up camper for about a year now, so we can go to different places, and just do different stories, track down these old legends for you guys, video it. But I'm going to get a pop-up camper so that we can, do this stuff much more conveniently, in comfort, that kind of thing. But I'll be it's about an 8-hour drive, give or take. And I thought I'd just bring you guys along, show y'all some of the beautiful scenery. Some of you may not have been over this way, from West Virginia up through Ohio and back. So I thought I'd just bring the camera and video a little bit of it as I went along. Anyhow, it should be a good little drive. And, I got y'all to keep me company. So yeah, cool. It's wild, isn't it? I'm really sitting there by myself in the truck, but somehow I've got all of y'all with me still, sitting there talking to you. Wild, isn't it? But should be a good little day, should be a good little drive, unless something happens. I'm in a 20-year-old truck. There's that. But we did just put new brakes all the way around it, rotors, calipers. I mean, oh Lord, really bad. Wipe out your bank account kind of thing. But we got her running again, got her lined out, seems to be doing good. So yeah, we're on our way. Let's go get us a camper. Be long, I'd say another 30-40 minutes. I'll probably be out of the mountains and onto the flatlands. Not real used to that. I've lived in Ohio for a while, but I like my mountains. You get used to it. You know how it is. But either way, this should be a fun little drive, if you like driving. I happen to get out and explore a little bit. Hopefully your old truck will make it. We'll see many more coal trucks. We'll get out of that here in a minute. Won't be many of them. We looked at some regular campers too. Didn't really see much that we liked, and in the right price range, and all this kind of stuff. Wasn't too awful big. Don't really want like a 32-foot camper or anything like that. But the little pop-up seemed to be, great deal, in really good shape. Looked good anyway, what we could see on, the Facebook Marketplace pictures. It looked real good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This should, near as I can tell, I'm almost halfway there. Still yet got an hour and 51 minutes, Siri says. Of course, anybody who owns an Apple phone knows you cannot trust Siri. She's got this thing about Canada. I don't know what it is. She's apparently a big Justin fan. I just don't know if it's Trudeau or Bieber. But she's constantly trying to trick me into going to Canada. Take me to Delbarton, West Virginia. Okay. Routing to Delbarton, Ontario, Canada. No. So you got to really watch Siri now. She'll send you to Canada just for fun. She really wants to go to Canada. I don't know why, but okay. So far, so good. Everything's going according to plan. About a quarter tank of gas so far, but we're getting there. But we're on Interstate 77 now, and Siri just told me I had 128 miles of Interstate 77 before I turn off to head into New Concord, Ohio. Is where I'm headed. Good day though. Good day for a little ride. You know, a little road trip. It's a good day for it. It's like 70, 72, something like that. A little bit of sun. Supposed to rain later tonight, but I should be back home before then, in theory, unless something happens. But we are getting there, guys. We're getting there. Mountains are getting smaller. You can tell a noticeable difference. They're not nearly as tall as they were. And we'll be getting into some flat land. Been a while. Been about a year at least. We went to Memphis. Was the last time I was on flat ground. Not really used to it. I mean, I could. It's like city driving, you know. I can do city driving, but I'm not a real big fan of heavy traffic. And I guess I don't know, something about the mountains. I'm just used to it. You know, I'm used to being either out on a mountain trail on a side-by-side or an ATV or a dirt bike, or out running, you know, little mountain one-lane roads looking for some lost historic site or something. But not today. Interstate almost all the way. About looks like about 80% of it is going to be, you know, 4-lane highway, except for the last little bit, you know, where you turn off to go into New Concord. Other than that, it's mostly 4-lane all the way. Now I'm just kind of not flying. I'm just kind of cruising. I'm actually doing like 65 now, but that's okay. It's a 60 to 70 zone, so we're good. 5 miles under the limit. What can I say? I'm old. 5 miles under the limit. When did I become that person? I don't do that when I'm out in other vehicles. Oh well, this is life. That's alright. It's a fun trip. It's a lot of pretty countryside, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, good day for a road trip. Alright, let's cruise on up the road a little bit, get into some different looking countryside, and we will see you guys Gold Town. We need to go there to get some gold. Alright guys, we'll see y'all in a little while. Got a little over an hour still left, and just happened to think I got a joke for you guys. I'm bored, okay? I got a joke for y'all. What is the last thing to go through a bug's head when he hits a windshield at 70 miles an hour? Give up? His feet. Hopefully there's no bugs watching the channel that like took offense to that. A cicada's gonna like protest me or anything. So far so good. We're getting there, guys. Crossing into Ohio. Ohio River's down right there. A lot flatter here, isn't it? Looks a lot more, looks much more Ohio-y, if that's a word. If it ain't a word, it should be, because everybody knows what Ohio looks like. Marietta, Ohio. We're getting there. Got about 47 minutes left according to Siri. Of course, then again, that could be Quebec, Canada, for all we know. Could be right up the road here. I am close. I'm close. Siri says I'm about a minute or so. I'm thinking it's one of those over there. We'll see.
Turn left onto Sunset Drive, then turn left onto Summit Road.
Left onto Sunset Drive. Pretty place, isn't it?
Turn left onto Summit Road, then your destination will be on the left.
Okay, we should be here. We are looking for a little pop-up camper on the left. I found it. Tires ain't that bad. They look pretty decent.
Get back.
How we doing? You must be Dave.
I'm Dave.
Glad to meet you, Dave. I'm Leo. How you doing?
Not bad.
Pretty day, ain't it?
Yeah. Hot one. Getting there.
It's a getting there, brother. It's a getting there. I got it. She's back there. Got me a camper. Very first camper. How about that? 55 years old, just now getting around to getting a camper. Big eagle by the road there. But just coming by Marietta, Ohio right now. Just started back about 10 minutes ago. I waited till I got out of the traffic. You know, trying to keep the speed down at 25-year-old axles. You know, till I can get it home and check out some bearings. All this kind of good stuff. We'll keep it under control. Keep the speed down. Real pretty place, though, isn't it? I wonder what that is. I noticed that coming up. Rolling on down the road now. Jesse Owens State Park and Wildlife Area. Never heard of that one. Sure is a pretty place though, ain't it? Looks like Ohio. You know, rolling hills and open countryside. You know, just looks like Ohio. Almost back in West Virginia. Almost. Ohio River. Almost back in West Virginia. Any minute now. Welcome to West Virginia. Check this tractor trailer out up here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's got boards hanging out there on the passenger side, like 8 feet. They just must have just realized it. I was blowing my horn, trying to let him know. He almost hit me with them. He came around, I just happened to see it in my rear view mirror. And, you know, ducked to the right. And he just barely missed me with those boards. They're just hanging out. Like way out there. Well, that was pretty hairy. Caught Charleston right at rush hour. You know how that goes. You can either hit it at rush hour or you can pull over somewhere and wait for a half an hour. I don't think I want to do that. But once we get through here,
to keep right onto US 119 South.
we
we are.
Almost got it whipped. Get back on familiar territory. Well, we're getting there. We are coming up on Logan, West Virginia here in a minute. Basically, my backyard's about 35 miles from the house. Hello, flop-eared goats. You tell them. You tell them. Yeah, I know it. Nah. Nah. That's it? Did I win? Alright guys, we made it home. I'm like less than a quarter mile from the house. Well, she cleaned up pretty good so far, huh? Still got some more to do. Wait till you see the inside. It looks really good. This thing is 26 years old. It's a 1998 model. But it's in really good shape, and I am going to absolutely hillbilly this puppy out. You know I am. I got the I don't know, some of you probably saw back in the winter, we got a company sent us some really nice solar panels to review, so I'm going to install those up top. And I've got my homemade solar generator, you know, with all the various ports and plugs and whatnot. So I'm going to install that in there. And I've got my diesel heater, which it has a furnace and, you know, hot water and all this kind of, you know, bathroom, shower, all that garbage. But, you know, that's only when you've got shore power. If you're at a campground or something like that, you know, it's the only time you can use that stuff. So I'm going to set it up to where you can use it anywhere. You know, you can go anywhere you want. When, you know, I go off to go do these stories and stuff, Heather and I go off somewhere, we usually take the tent and set up. You know, in a lot of places we could take something, you know, just hook this up and drag it, you know, and you've got a really nice base to edit your videos and all this stuff. You know, the cosmetic stuff I don't care about. I can fix that up later. The only thing really, the door looks a little bit rough. But other than that, it's in really good shape. Look how... Is that not adorable? Here, let me get that. Put a blue lamp in here last night. It looked really cool in the dark. But, you know, I got it on my Wi-Fi right now. You know, from the house. The TV, and she works and everything from, you know, works well. But when you get out in the woods, you can either hook it up to a laptop, or with an adapter I can hook it up to my iPhone, and, you know, you can stream stuff, you know, directly to the TV or whatever. Even in places where you've only got, now if you have no service at all, you know, you take a couple movies or whatever, you know, on a video card, on a memory card, and you can watch that, you know, watch movies and junk. But if you've got even, you know, a few bars of cell service, you can stream it. But the trick to it, if you don't have really good cell service, start the movie and then pause it. Go do something else, you know, give it 5 or 10 minutes, you know, go do something else and let it buffer. And then when you come back and hit play, it'll take right off and play your movie. Works really good. Handy little trick, you know, if you don't have really good service somewhere. Handy little trick. But this right here, it was bad. It was completely the mildew. You know how if you canvas, you know, if you put it up wet, it gets that black mildew on it. I got out here with a pump up garden spray bottle with half and half bleach and water, and hit this thing really good. It came out real nice and clean. The fumes were pretty wild, I'll admit that, but yeah, we got there. But I'm gonna, right here it's got the inverter and all that stuff, you know, from shore power to run plugs and all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna add my stuff directly behind it, and, you know, I'll leave all this intact, so I can just plug into shore power. Or if I'm out somewhere where I don't have, you know, shore power, I'll still yet have my solar generator back in there with my panels either up top or, you know, outside, wherever, and I should still be able to you know, do things and stuff. But it's got a refrigerator. Check this out, guys. I know y'all, oh, wrong side. I gotta clean it still, but you know, hey, it's a refrigerator. I know a lot of y'all had campers before, and this is a piece of junk compared to y'all. But hey, I'm a hillbilly, guys. This is only the second camper I've ever been in. I had a friend had a 32-foot, you know, RV. Other than that, you know, this is it. The patches seem to be fine. It rained on it twice since I've had it set up. The other end's fine. It don't really have any patches. Looks really good. Hey, check this out. You close the door. Gonna give you a nighttime perspective. Now how cozy. Seriously. How cozy does that look? You know, at nighttime just sitting around, lounging, watching TV and stuff. Heather can do her video editing, and, you know, I'll be doing whatever, you know, just enjoying it, having fun. The thing about something like this, you know, it's the possibilities, you know, that comes with something like this. You know, the potential is, you know, by itself is a pretty big deal. But everything seems to be good. All the windows work. All the vinyl's in good shape. No leaks. That's a big deal. And when I put my diesel heater in here, that thing's 32,000 BTUs. I can easily heat this even in sub-zero temperatures. You know, when it gets cold in the winter, I should easily, you know, effortlessly be able to heat this thing. So that ought to be, I'm looking forward to that too. That's going to be a lot of fun. But like I said, it's just the possibilities, you know, the adventure that awaits, that sort of thing. That's what I like about stuff like this. You know that something cool's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Something good's going to happen. But the door, the only thing I've got right there, that's the worst part. That's the worst thing. Oh, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey YouTube, how y'all doing? That's the worst part right there, is the door. But I've already got a plan. I'm gonna just caulk it up and paint it. You know, you never know it. Never know it. But there's a few cigarette burns. I've got some grass in here where I just cut the grass yesterday, but it's got a couple cigarette burns, and there's a couple right there. But other than that, she's in really good shape for 26 years old. And it's got all kinds of junk storage, you know, all that sort of stuff. The furnace is here, water pump. It hooks up, check this out, I didn't even know this. I guess y'all with campers, you know this stuff already, but it's new to me. You can hook it up to regular water, you know, city water. You just hook the hose up. But you've also got a tank. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, there's a water tank. I think it's right here, underneath here. And there's a pump, 12-volt pump. And you turn the pump on with that switch right there. And you can be out in the middle of nowhere, and, you know, you've still yet got your water. That's really cool. That is really cool. I took the stove out. You know, I don't need the cook stove. It stows here, and I'm going to use that space for something else. And, you know, sits right here when you're using it, or, you know, mounts outside on the wall. But I've got all my fire maple gear and, you know, 16 different ways of cooking. That is a lot more convenient than, you know, carrying that 50 pound stove around. I've got several better ways of doing things than that. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? But I am looking forward to this. This is absolutely going to be some fun. Now, I hope you guys come along for the adventure. We're going to be using this puppy. As a matter of fact, I'm taking it out this weekend. Got to go test it. I don't have the shore power is a big 3-prong plug, and I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to take it to the lake and plug it up to test it. That's my excuse right there. It's important. It's very important that I take this to the lake, set it all up, and plug it all up and see if everything works. That's a good excuse, right? I got to go to work, take this puppy camping. All right, guys. Like I said, I just thought I'd show it to you. It turned out really good. I've been cleaning on it for almost 2 days now, and getting everything lined back out. Got all of the work part done, and still got some cosmetic stuff like, you know, the door, but a few other things. And, you know, but she is ready to fly, officially ready to run. So I'm gonna de-pop the top, unpop the cork or whatever, put the genie back in the bottle, and load up and get ready to go camping, guys. Look for a camping video in the next couple days. See y'all later. Leo out. The happy camper. Leo out. Bye, y'all.